Let's break this down. First, you have something called TradingView. Think of TradingView as a giant, super detailed map for financial markets. It has amazing charts for stocks, crypto, forex, you name it. Now inside this map-making tool, there's a special language called PineScript. This isn't some super complicated programming language like you see in the movies. It's designed specifically for traders. You can use PineScript to create your own custom indicators, those little lines and graphs that help you decide when to buy or sell. It's like creating your own secret recipe for spotting good trades on the chart. Now on the other side, we have MetaTrader 5 or MT5. If TradingView is the map, then MT5 is the car you use to actually drive to the destination. MT5 is a trading platform. It's the software that connects directly to your broker. This is where you actually place your buy and sell orders. It's where your real money is managed. MT5 is incredibly popular because it is powerful, reliable, and honestly many brokers all over the world support it. So you can use it to trade a huge variety of assets, from currencies to stocks to commodities, all from one single application, which is incredibly efficient. So, to put it simply, you have two amazing tools that are fantastic at different things. TradingView, with its PineScript, is the thinker. It's where you do your analysis, develop your strategy, and build your custom signals. It's like having a brilliant financial analyst who watches the markets for you 24/7. MT5 is the doer. It's the workhorse that takes the orders and executes them in the real market with your real money. It doesn't have the same user-friendly charting and scripting as TradingView, but it's an expert at the actual execution of trades, which is its primary job. The problem is that these two platforms don't naturally talk to each other. PineScript was made for TradingView, and MT5 uses its own language called MQL5. It's like one person speaking Spanish and the other speaking Japanese. They are both very good at what they do, but they can't have a conversation without some help. This is the core issue that traders face. They have a brilliant strategy they've perfected in PineScript, but they have to manually take those signals and enter them into MT5, which takes time and can lead to mistakes. So why go through all the trouble to connect these two? The number one reason is automation. Let's be honest, staring at charts all day is exhausting. You could have the best trading strategy in the world, but if you miss a signal because you were asleep, at work, or just grabbing a coffee, that opportunity is gone forever. By connecting PineScript to MT5, you can turn your strategy into a robot. This robot doesn't sleep. It doesn't get emotional. It just follows the rules you set in your PineScript code 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. This is a massive advantage. Another huge benefit is speed. The financial markets move incredibly fast, sometimes in a fraction of a second. By the time you see a signal on TradingView, switch windows to your MT5 terminal, type in the order details and click buy. The price might have already moved against you. This is called slippage, and it can cost you a lot of money over time. An automated system sends the order from TradingView to MT5 almost instantly. We're talking milliseconds. This speed ensures you get a price that's as close as possible to what your strategy intended, maximizing your potential profit. Then there's the benefit of removing emotion from your trading. This is a big one. Fear and greed are the two biggest enemies of a trader. You might get scared and close a winning trade too early, or get greedy and hold a losing trade for too long, hoping it will turn around. A trading bot doesn't have these feelings. It operates purely on logic and the rules you wrote in your PineScript. It will execute the trade exactly as the strategy dictates, without hesitation or second guessing. This discipline is something that even the most experienced human traders struggle with, so automating it is a game changer. Finally, connecting these platforms allows you to backtest your strategy in TradingView's amazing environment, and then deploy it in the real world through MT5. TradingView has a fantastic strategy tester that lets you see how your PineScript idea would have performed on historical data. Once you find a strategy that looks promising, you can then let it run live through MT5 without changing the core logic. This creates a seamless workflow from idea to testing to live execution. You are essentially using the best features of both platforms to create a single, powerful trading machine that works for you. So how do you build this connection? Since they don't speak the same language, you need a translator. In the world of trading software, this translator is often called a bridge or a connector. This is typically a third-party piece of software that you have to install. Its only job is to listen for signals from TradingView, and then tell MT5 what to do. Think of it like a universal remote control that can understand signals from your TV remote and use them to operate your stereo system. It's a middleman that makes the communication possible. The general process starts in your PineScript code on TradingView. You need to modify your script to send out what's called a webhook alert. This sounds complicated, but it's really just a special type of notification. Instead of sending an email or a pop-up to you, TradingView sends a small packet of data to a specific web address, a URL. This URL is provided by your bridge software. Your script will send a message like buy EURUSD 1 lot to this special address whenever your strategy's conditions are met. This is the signal that kicks off the whole automated process. Next, you have the bridge software itself. This software is usually running on your own computer or on a virtual private server, a VPS, which is like a remote computer that's always on. The bridge software is constantly listening to that special URL for any incoming messages from TradingView. When it receives that buy EURUSD 1 lot message, it immediately understands the command. It then translates this command into a language that MetaTrader 5 can understand. This is the magic of the bridge. It acts as the central hub for communication between the two platforms. Finally, on your MT5 platform, you need to install a special file called an Expert Advisor, or EA. This EA is provided by the same company that made your bridge software. The EA's job is to listen for commands from the bridge software. So when the bridge translates the webhook signal, it sends the final command to the EA running inside your MT5. The EA then instantly places the trade on your brokerage account. So the full path is PineScript alert, webhook, bridge software, MT5 expert advisor, and then your trade is live. It sounds like a lot of steps, but it all happens in less than a second. Now, before you jump in and automate everything, there are some important things to consider. First, reliability is key. The whole system depends on every part working perfectly. Your internet connection needs to be stable. The bridge software needs to be reliable. And you absolutely need a good virtual private server, a VPS. A VPS is a remote computer that runs 24/7. If you run the bridge on your home computer and your power goes out or your internet disconnects, your bot stops working. A VPS ensures your trading system is always online and ready to execute trades. Another challenge is that this isn't a free lunch. Most of the reliable bridge solutions that connect TradingView to MT5 are paid services. They usually charge a monthly subscription fee. While it's not outrageously expensive, it is an ongoing cost that you need to factor into your trading expenses. You also need to pay for a TradingView plan that allows for webhooks, as the free plan usually doesn't support them. And of course, a good VPS also has a monthly fee. These costs can add up, so make sure your strategy is potentially profitable enough to cover them. You also need to be very careful with the technical setup. While the steps are straightforward, one little mistake can cause the whole system to fail. For example, if you type the wrong command in your webhook message, the bridge might not understand it and no trade will be placed. Or if you configure your expert advisor in MT5 incorrectly, it might use the wrong lot size or not set a stop loss. You have to double check and triple check every single setting. It's your money on the line, so being meticulous here is not optional, it is absolutely required. So to wrap everything up, connecting PineScript to MT5 is an incredibly powerful way to automate your trading, saving you time and removing emotion. It lets you combine the best charting and strategy building tool with a robust execution platform. However, it requires a careful setup using a bridge, a VPS, and an expert advisor. There are costs involved, and the technical details must be perfect. My best tip for any beginner is this: start with a demo account. Always. Test your entire automated setup with fake money for weeks or even months. Make sure it works perfectly before you even think about risking a single dollar of your real hard-earned cash.